All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. I am Lamborghini C. Welcome back to my channel. I am coming to you live tonight. So, I have a couple topics that I want to talk about. First, I want y'all to see my little outfit. I had a meeting today, and I said, you know what? I'm going to be a little more casual. Again, it's about knowing your audience, right? So, I had to meet with a young lady that owns a business in the beauty industry. Um, she does the like eyebrow tattooing or what have you. So I met her at her shop, and so I said, you know what? Because I kind of I've gotten to know her a little bit, and so I kind of know her style too. So I was like, I can keep it a little bit casual today, even though it's a business meeting per se. I'm still gonna keep it somewhat professional, but I was happy with my ensemble. One of the things that I love doing is shopping in my own closet. There's nothing like it. No better way to do it, right? Because one, you're not out spending excess money, but you're able to just pull pieces from your wardrobe, which is a very important reason to make sure that, like, as you are putting your wardrobe together, that you're picking pieces that are timeless, right? That are going to be able to travel like through the years. Now, the necklace I inherited, it was my father's, as well as like the jewelry. He made jewelry and he loved making turquoise jewelry. So this is one of the pieces. So I had a piece of him with me, and and one of the rings, which was cool too, to add to the ensemble. I actually, and I'll show you guys in a minute the whole look, but I had this purse. This is not Chanel. This is, I guess we could call it Chanel, but this is not Chanel. But it's just a cute, like, blue jean purse, and it holds a lot of stuff in it. So it has a lot of room and different compartments and things in it. I like it. I haven't really worn it. I think today was probably the first time I've really worn it, but it was cute when I picked it up, and and I'm glad I found a way to wear it today. So if I'll definitely have to be wearing that more often. And then again, in line with the turquoise, um, I had some cute shoes that were sandals that I wanted to, sport as well. So I was able to make it work. It wasn't matchy matchy per se, but I think all in all, I was able to pull off the look. So I'll show you guys here. So I was happy with the look. I thought, hey, again, it looks put together. It looks cool. It looks a little bit eccentric. Again, with the necklace as a statement piece, that really stands out and draws a lot of attention. But let's get into it, guys. Oh my goodness. Like, there's so much I want to talk about. Um, oh my good, like, all the scamming. Oh my goodness. Can we just do away with the scamming culture? Like, I'm so overdone. I am so over it. I am like inundated. I don't know about you guys, but it's almost exhausting, right? I'm inundated day in and day out with emails for my personal email addresses, my business email addresses. I've gotten text. Like, I got a text last week. I was driving somewhere from a banking institution. Well, it really wasn't the banking institution because it was like all a scam. Um, Saying that, like, this amount, like, has been charged or something, or approve it or something like that. Anyway, I happened to look down on my phone, and I'm like, first of all, like, I don't even bank with that institution. Like, I've never even heard of them. Like, it was just weird. Right. And so just be on your P's and Q's, right? The scammers are really stepping things up. I was online listening to a lady that jumped on somebody's live last night, and oh my goodness, she talked about how she was scammed, like, with some scammers, like with her bank. They actually called her, they got her on the phone, so beware of this, and apparently they were on the another phone with the actual bank. So they were asking her the same questions that the teller or the person, the customer service rep at the bank was asking them, like, hey, we text you this code, can you read it back to us? Which is kind of normal, right? So they do that. And so they timed it perfectly. They were sophisticated with it. And she said she knew better in hindsight, but like in the moment, like it just seemed so legit, right? So she's given them all the information they need to be able to access her account. They wiped her whole account out. Moral of the story. She realized like the next morning, and thank goodness, like the bank worked with her and they were able to like work and try to get her money back or track it down. But oh my goodness, like just beware, guys. Just, I think that it's easy in today's society to get caught up because we are moving at such a fast pace. Like, we have so much on our plates and we're trying to get so much done that it can be easy for people to get things by you if we're not careful, right? So just be cognizant of that as you're moving throughout your day to day, because it does not seem like they're letting up at all. It seems like it's intensified, if anything. Another scam, well, yeah, scam, really, or people just being dishonest, right? So I know with like, just watch again, and this isn't everyone, right? It's a shame we even have to do all this. Like with some of the shopping like services, right? Whether it's Uber Eats or like I use Shipt to go get my groceries almost all the time, honestly. And so I learned from someone. I actually brought them on to do some work with me. And so one of her main jobs is like quality control with one of these companies. And so her job is to help make sure that the receipt matches what people actually get in their orders, because apparently, like, we know inflation is in place, right? And so we know that the cost of food particularly has risen. So the way that some people are managing the increased cost of food is when they have these jobs, they're not only shopping for you, but they're shopping for themselves. Now they're doing it in such a sly way that, like, maybe they're like, for your order they might just add another loaf of bread, and then on somebody else's order they might add the mayo, right? And somebody else's order that they're getting, they might add, the pack of, of lunch meat, right? So they're smart enough to know, like, we're not going to get the whole grocery bill off this person's, order, but they may add like one or two things that like may go unnoticed. So, like, because they'll leave, like, I know for me, they'll leave the groceries when they bring them, they leave them right on the porch. I'll get them, bring them in the house, and I just start putting stuff away, right? Because usually I'm like running to another meeting or something, or having to hop onto another Zoom. And so, yeah, it could easily get by me. So now I'm watchful though. I am watching it. And then the other thing, I think, like, oh my goodness, over the last several months, just with all the again, with the tightening of the economy, we're starting to see, the exposure of the scams that were going on during, kind of that COVID boom, right? With all the PPP money that was running around, everyone started offering courses and classes, sign up for this, come to this seminar, come to that. And honestly, I'm so turned off by it. Like, there's groups, again, that I thought were more legit. But even now, like, I'm so uninterested. Like, I think that there's information overload. There is such a thing. And unfortunately, again, because I think that folks have found a way to monetize like the whole education or financial literacy market, I feel like they're overdoing it. Like, I know some people, I might get beat up about this, but I know, some people are excited about going to like Invest Fest in Atlanta, right? It's like a 2 or 3 day conference. I think it's 3 days, right? But when I every day they come out with a new name of who's on there, and I'm thinking, who's going to sit, like, who has the capacity, right? First of all these people you have on this roster lets me know that these people are really only going to get up here and speak for about 30 minutes at best. They're not really going to be able to share anything significant. And most of them aren't public speakers to begin with, right? And that's why it works, because most of them aren't, like, that's not their forte. And the reality is, some of them, they really don't even have anything to share significant, right, to impact your life. And so they really only need those 20 or 30 minutes. So they're going to get up there, they're going to show you and talk about all that they have. They got this car, that car, whatever, and not really go into any tangible details. But it really is just going to be a long running infomercial for all these different people. So you can follow up and sign up to this course or sign up for that coaching or what have you. So you're supposed to sit there for hours and hours and hours, like Moody Long said, hours and hours to get sold to. Like, that is just so, like I said, I'm so uninterested, especially since, like many of the people that the platform had on their show over the last few years, like, now again, it's coming to light. Many of these people have scammed folks. Hey, baby. And so, it just seems disingenuous. And even some of the people that are on the lineup now, like, they actually, some of them are in the middle, like, they're being accused of still scamming, straight scheming. And so, again, it just seems disingenuous to hold these types of things and events where, again, people are paying, I believe, like thousands to actually attend like this event. And again, like when I was in my 20s, like I used to go to different seminars and conferences and things, but they were a little bit on a different level, right? I was kind of in the MLM world. So some of them were more geared toward like a specific, the MLM that I was a part of, right? And they were given like some real tangible like things around like teaching around goal setting and things like that. But they were also speaking more specific to the business that we were in because it was like for that purpose, right? And so, I kind of get why people would be attracted to go into those types of events, and going for the knowledge. And some people are wholeheartedly going for the knowledge, right? And they're going to want to take notes and walk away with something tangible. But like I said, unfortunately, I think that a lot of it is really just going to be like a long 3-day infomercial, for the participants to be able to sell or upsell more product. It's also been disingenuous too to like see all of the just the lack of regard, right? And just the criminal nature of some of the scamming that's been going on, especially like just, what's going out or coming out with these real estate, quote unquote, gurus per se, and just how they've taken advantage of, we always hear about the Black and brown community, right? They're basically taking advantage of their own. And it's so disingenuous, like the lack of regard, the lack of respect, the not even acknowledging. It's like now you're caught, right? Like now you're caught, but at the same time, like it's more serious than I think a lot of folks realize. They're in deep. So perhaps maybe that's why they're denying and not talking, because some of these folks I think are going to have to go and spend some time in prison, unfortunately, for their parts and some of these scams. So again, just beware. Like we got to be on our P's and Q's, boy. I'm telling you, you got to vet people. You got to vet these folks that you're going into business with for sure. You have to, again, do your checks and balances for yourself. Again, and don't feel bad like when you weed people out. Like, don't feel bad about it, right? If you feel like, what, I don't know, I'm not too sure about this particular business deal or entering into this particular engagement with somebody, don't feel bad about it. It's just not for you, right? So go ahead and follow your heart. And again, like I said in a previous video, use your discernment, right? You better pray about it and you better use your discernment and not just get pushed into things, right? Just for the sake of getting pushed into them. But no, today, like I said, it was a good day today. I'm thankful we're kind of, I think, nearing the end of the summer. I'm thankful that we're starting to get some like actual summer weather here in the Midwest. It's been such a rainy season, right? And so, it's been, for folks that deal with seasonal depression, oh my goodness, like I can't even imagine, because even like not being somebody that deals with that or has dealt with that in the past, like there were just times I'm like, it was hard to be motivated, right? And so, like I said, I'm thrilled to see the sunshine, out and about to be able to enjoy it and get some of that good vitamin D. That is just awesome, awesome, awesome. And so I'm trying to think what else is going on in the news. I know that I am going to be coming live probably on IG. I may do a YouTube about it for the business owners and entrepreneurs that have employees. But there is the updated I-9 forms that they actually went out like August 1st. So some people actually, I think, hopefully downloaded them. You don't really have to, like, they're still letting you use the old one until October is when like the new form officially goes into effect. So what I will probably do, like first and foremost, I'm going to hold a training for my, like put together some training materials for my clients. And that will go to them first, and just, explain like, hey, this is what's different. Like these are the changes, and kind of just highlight those things for them. Also, for individuals that are a part of my newsletter, we will be doing a newsletter / blog about it too. But I also will probably come back here to YouTube just so that I can highlight it. So just as an FYI, whether you're a business owner or if you are somebody that works in management at a company or a corporation, you should be aware of the changes, right? Just so that, again, when October hits you, like you're not thrown off or shocked, like, oh, what's this new form? What is it that we have to do? There's not a whole lot of like changes to it, but it's just something to be aware of, like be cognizant and be aware of it, guys. But something else that, like, oh my goodness, over the weekend, like I was kind of sick under the weather this weekend. Thank goodness I tested negative for COVID. Thank God. I'm so happy. But man, I had a lesson, and it's interesting how like God will give you these lessons like in the most unique ways. He will meet you exactly where you are. He will meet you just how you need to hear him, which is important for you to develop and hone your personal relationship with him, right? And for some of you guys, it may not be God. It may be a power higher than yourself, right? But for you, whatever that is, just make sure that you hone that discernment. It's going to be imperative as we go to this next, into these next seasons. But for me, it was, I kind of cracked up. So because I multitask so much over the last few years, one of the things that I've realized kind of helps calm me, but I will say over the last 6 months or 9 months even, it probably has added to me, like added to my stress or lack of being able to relax. So I have to evaluate it. But one of the things that I started to pick up was like I would play Tetris. Like I really enjoyed Tetris because it's like I would just zone out. So sometimes at night when I'm finally done working, like I may sit on the couch and I may, pull out my tablet and I'm just kind of playing Tetris or whatever, and just kind of going at it. And I typically like would stay like on level 1 or between like level like 1 and 3 or whatever. Like the screen pretty much looked the same. And so I was fine there. And I mean, like this is over the last like couple of years, right? And so Saturday, like I said, I wasn't feeling the best. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna lay on the couch and watch some movies and grab my tablet and go to my Tetris. And I kept going on and it kept jumping me to like level 8. And then like I finally ended up on like 13, and I'm like, I don't want to play this, like, because it felt so uncomfortable, right? Like the game was different. The rules of engagement were different. It looked different. It had a different look, a different feel. The length of time, like for the game, was even different. Like I just didn't like it. It was irritating me because it was so different. I was like, I want to be on my level one. And it was at that moment God used that as an illustration to me that again, like you have to come out from amongst them. Like sometimes some of us hold up our own progress because we're scared to elevate and we're scared to move forward because we want to stay stuck on level one because level one is comfortable. I know level one, I'm winning at level one. Like I'm getting like 200,000, 300,000 points on level one. And now you're bumping me all the way to level 8, 9 where now I'm only getting like 20 points because it only gives me like 3 or 4 minutes to even play the game. And so I'm like, I don't like this. But again, it was in that moment, like I said, the lesson came. And it's like he showed me, he began to show me like areas in my life where he's moving me from things. Again, it was a metaphor for life, right? He can't let me stay on one because that's not the extent of my greatness or the greatness that he has for me. And so I can't allow myself to get stuck where it's comfortable, where I'm used to being, where it's familiar. And so I hope you guys can take something away from that. It's going to be so important. Again, like technology has been moving so fast, laws and things. Like, I don't know if you guys have really been staying on top of this stuff. Like, laws and things have been changing so drastically. Sometimes they get hidden under like all the hysteria of some of this other nonsense news. Like, some of it is created, right? To be a distraction, while some laws are being changed or other things are being implemented. Like things that they've been talking to us and sharing with us, like in the past, like we're in the day now. Like it's not like, oh, someday in the future, like we're there now, right? For instance, like they actively are using these robot dogs, right? They just were, I think it was New Jersey over the weekend, like they used that in a situation where there was a shooter, an active shooter in a home who would not come out, right? And so, like they're starting to deploy these tactics and these things that were one offs, like in the past, and it's like they're starting to integrate them into our society as though they're norm. And so we'll look up and we'll be like, oh my goodness, when did this take place? Because we're so distracted by some of this other nonsense news that they have going on here. I know another thing, like and I'm gonna have to look into this more. But again, like I knew it was coming, right, with the meat and stuff like that. I've been cognizant about my diet and what we have here at the house. Like I literally, I may have to do a whole like separate show about this. But again, like when I say God operates in every area of my life. He protects me from me sometimes. But there's some meat, like there's some chicken breasts that I bought, like a bag of those frozen chicken breasts. And I swear, every time I try to cook them, if I put them, it doesn't matter. I can put them in the oven or I can put it in the air fryer. It's like it won't come out right, and I just end up like, I'm not gonna eat this, right? It's like something with the texture of the meat, like that it's not cooking like it should cook, like how chicken should cook. And so I realized that happened to me Saturday, and I realized it's something with this chicken. Like I'm not supposed to consume this, and I think I'm just gonna we're gonna just get it out this household so we don't accidentally consume it because like it's to the point like even like I don't even give it to my dog, right? It's something that's different about it, like, and it's something that just isn't right. And I know that folks have been, like I've been hearing more folks talk about it today. Even that, like, I think it gave me a little bit of relief because I was really like perplexed like the other day, and I was just thinking, I was like, I don't think I'm tripping. Like, but I know that, like, and I can discern, like, when, and I've learned sometimes again, like, instead of getting upset, like, how come this didn't turn out? No, it may be protection. It really may be protection, right? And so I'm just, we got to deal with that too. Then this new variant, this new sickness or illness that's come back or that is heightened up or whatever. Oh my God. Y'all be careful out here. Be safe. Keep boosting your immune system. Hopefully you guys have been focused on just a healthier lifestyle and making sure that you're taking your vitamins, and hopefully you're still on those things. I am, as well as some of my other natural things that, like I said, I wasn't feeling well. So, I immediately went to, like, there's some tea and things that I have, and that are presumed to help eradicate certain viruses out of your system. And so, like I said, I tested negative today for the vid. And so, and I felt so much better today. Like, I couldn't even believe how much better I felt today. And, again, the sunshine being out helped a lot too. But just be careful. Just be cognizant of what's going on. Be careful. Be watchful. Be mindful. And try to, like, take some time and slow down. Again, keep working towards your goals. But don't get so caught up in this world and just the just draw or the pull to have everything at an instant. Don't get so caught up and so, like, nervous to, like, take a break when you need to take a break. That's something that I'm having to, like, learn or teach myself, right? And so, like, normally I would be working on something else, like another business right now, like during this time, and I wouldn't even be able to record this live. But again, like, for my own mental health, I've come to the realization that I need to step back a little bit on some things, because otherwise I'm going to just burn myself out. And I don't, I have a lot of life to live. I don't want to be burned out, right? So, like I said, I'm going to listen to my body. I'm going to listen to my mind and my heart and my spirit, right? And so when I need to step back and take a little bit of a break, or I need to take a dip in the hot tub, like, I'm going to do those things. And, and without regret. We only get one life, guys. So, again, this is Lamborghini C, just coming on to just give you the rundown and wish you a great, successful, exciting, productive week. Bye, guys.